We only had one objective coming into this season, and that was gaining automatic promotion back to the Premier League. We did that. We set another goal for ourselves about midway through that we were going to be champions of the championship. And we did that. But also, something interesting happened. We started winning matches in the FA Cup, beating not one, not two, but 3 Premier League sides. So we started to believe that anything was possible. We have a semi-final match in the FA Cup at Wembley Stadium. We win this, we go to the final, we win the final, we win the double. Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Absolutely. And we have had a season for the ages. Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 63 of Bottom to the Top. Look at all this green and yellow. We have gone undefeated in our last 31 competitive matches. The last time we were on the wrong side of a decision was back on November the 10th against Blackburn Rovers away. Federico Guerrero did score for us, but it was not enough to overcome Blackburn's 2 goals. Since then, we have not tasted defeat in any of our competitions. Unfortunately, that very well may change today. That is because we are taking on an Arsenal team that's better than I thought they were. Currently sitting atop the Premier League with 5 matches left to go on 68 points. They've got 20 wins this season. They are in the semifinals of the Champions League and, of course, the semifinals of the FA Cup against us. And here I was worried about facing Chelsea or Man City, who are in the other semifinal. Hopefully that is a problem that we can deal with or have the ability to deal with. But first, we have to get through Arsenal on neutral ground, still here in London, taking them on at Wembley. And luckily for us, Daniil Denisov is fit enough to at least make a go in this match, which is very good because Neil Coulter, who has been excellent in the 2 matches that he has played in Denisov's stead, is cup-tied and unavailable for selection in this match. Also, unavailable, obviously, Jadon Sancho. We have him out on loan to Arsenal. Hopefully he's unavailable to Arsenal because he should be cup-tied with us. But Matty Pollock also cannot be selected. Too many yellow cards in the competition. He is suspended for this match. Aureli Amenda going to be coming in and taking his spot. Also, Jacopo Vizzini unavailable, picked up an injury in the last match. He will be out for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, he would be coming off the bench. He's played decently for us. 27 total appearances, 14 of them starts, 4 goals, 5 assists. But honestly, that's on the lower end of things for this team. The reality is we have been pumping in the goals. 3 players in double figures for the year. Andre Lucas Gudjonsson, of course, with 27, leading the team. Tom Burford in the last match, in that 2-2 draw that we managed to just eke out at the end. We're not going to talk anymore about it. Picked up his 20th. Federico Guerrero, his 18th of the year in all competitions. He has 15 in the league, which did get him a goal bonus. Very well deserved for the 20-year-old Argentinian. So with all that said, here is your starting lineup against Arsenal. It's Kovacevic in goal with Vale, Williams, Amenda, and Denisov as our back 4. A midfield of Dario Conde, Antonio Blanco, and Marco Morales with Guerrero, Burford, and Gudjonsson, our top 3 goal scorers in the final third. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 or 3 of them past the Arsenal defense and the goalkeeper into the back of the net, and we can come out victorious. Keep that streak going. Raise it to 32 in a row. Going to be a tall order, but we can dream. You see Aaron Ramsdale on the bench, you go, oh, maybe they're rotating their side against us. But Saliba, Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Rafael Luis, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Florian Wirtz are all in their starting lineup. I mean, we're a championship team. We're going to be a premier team next season. Hopefully, we can make a good account of ourselves, because I really, really, really am looking forward to having a good season next year in the Premier League. Wembley Stadium is the location. It is the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Arsenal versus Fulham. Kovacevic, Vale, Williams, Amenda, Denisov, Blanco, Akonde, Morales, Burford, Guerrero, and Gudjonsen are out there, and we control it. Moving it forward, Marco Morales. He's being chased. Will he be overtaken? Nope, he feeds it through. He's got Guerrero pushing it deep toward the byline, into the middle. Akonde heading it on. Hein making the save, and Arsenal able to clear, but a good early attempt here by Fulham Football Club. Reece Williams getting it from Blanco. Moving it to his right first with his feet, and then with the pass, Amenda up for Akonde. He's got Denisov along the right wing, running into traffic, playing it back for Aurelia Amenda. Denisov once again into the middle. Burford, great first touch. Can he get it past his man? Can he get it into the middle? He does. Guerrero with the shot, but he is unable to hit the target. Maybe a little bit of nerves in the match right now for the 20-year-old Federico Guerrero. He had a beautiful opportunity in front that we were unable to take advantage of. Possession is clearly going Arsenal's way. Odegaard with a free kick, looking for Bukayo Saka, headed on, trying to flip it over Kovacevic, but instead it goes over the crossbar and out for a Fulham goal kick. We've played more than 30 minutes in this match, and so far we are all even. 4 shots apiece, no goals. Both teams with a single shot on target, and Fulham winning the XG battle. Halftime it is, no score as we head into the final 45 minutes. We have kept up with Arsenal up to this point. Can it continue? Guerrero did pick up a knock late in that first half. We are making the change at halftime. Daniel Juarez coming in his place. Now, Burford is going to move on over the left side. Juarez is going to come in on the right. Hopefully that is a successful change. 15 minutes played, though, in this second half, and not a single highlight to be seen. Havertz is off. Rafael Luiz carrying it forward. Blanco, though, going to play it back to his goalkeeper, who is going to launch it long, looking for Gudjonsen. Saliba ahead for Rafael Luiz as Arsenal looks to move it back up. Gabriel for Florian Wirtz. Moving it forward, cut off into the middle. He's got Reyes in there, but I believe Reyes is going to be offside. Has the flag gone up? Wait a minute. I've got to see the highlight on this one. I swore he was offsides. Was he played on? He was played on by him, by Vale. Oi, Kovacevic. Should have made a better play of it. So we are going to demand more from our team, and we're going to make a few changes. Marco Morales is going to come out. We're actually going to lean on the experience of Alex Iwobi. Gudjonsen is going to make way for Zidkika Chandler. 2 more moves to be made with about 20 minutes left to go. Corner kick for Arsenal. Odegaard sending it in. Blanco clearing it. Reyes with it once again. Odegaard, was he onside? I don't know, but Blanco's going to take over. Launch it forward. Chandler sending it clear. Saliba will get there because there were no Fulham players any further forward. Saliba finding Odegaard, moving it to his left. Burford's going to take him out. Rafael Luiz clearing it ahead. Burford. That's his second yellow card, isn't it? Tom Burford now is out of the match. Not the way we wanted things to go here. Filippo Ranocchia is, well, yeah, he's going to come in and replace Akonde. We're going to go more like this, I think. We're going to stay narrow. 4 at the back, 2 at the defense, because we still need that help. Linking things up will be Ranocchio to Juarez and Chandler. Oi! Not what you wanted to see. And a free kick for Arsenal as they look to move it forward once again. We've played just over 72 minutes of this match. We are still in it. I think we're going to need to go into a more attacking mentality. Oh, Reyes moves past him. Nice Beautiful save by Kovacevic, putting it out behind. It will be an Arsenal corner, but one-on-one versus the goalkeeper, and Kovacevic came up absolutely huge in this one. Denisov is going to need to come off. He is just exhausted. We're going to bring in Damian Price. I know he doesn't like playing that position, but tough nuggies, kid. You are our only hope. Arsenal leading 1-0, 5 minutes left to go in regulation because of the injury and the foul. Hopefully, plenty of time added on. 7 minutes, in fact. We are going very attacking. Come on. Let's go. Show me a highlight, please. Please, 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 please. We're not going to see it. Our run in the FA Cup is going to come to a close. Honestly, we didn't play a bad match. Tom Burford getting sent off was massively, massively disappointing. It meant we played the final 18 plus the 7, so 25 minutes of this match down a man, and that just stymied our ability to come on back. Arsenal picking up the 1 goal, thought he was offside. I think even Kovacevic thought he was offsides, but giving up 1 goal to the team that is leading the Premier League, that could be champions, that could potentially be champions of all of Europe this year, I will take that as a win. Well, we didn't do the double, but it's okay. We got more than £500,000 for our trouble. Burford, though, is going to be banned for the match coming up in just a couple of days against Leicester City, but we did re-sign Harvey Vale to a new 4-year contract. We did have to throw in a relegation release clause to get him to bring down his wage demands a little bit. 60 grand may be a bit much, but Vale has had a very successful season with us. 3 goals, 12 assists in 37 league matches. He added a goal and 2 more assists in the FA Cup in our 5-game run through that competition. So having a stalwart at the position, might we still look to improve there? Absolutely, but having Vale in the fold, making him happy, he did want a new contract after all. We felt that was just good business. So since I don't want to end things here and have the length of the video kind of give away the fact that we didn't move on to the finals, we're going to play through the remainder of the season. We'll show you the highlights. We will recap the end of the year and set things up for our transfer window as we move back to the Premier League. Okay, before we jump into all of that, I need to vent for just a second here. One of the board expectations was for us to develop the best youth system in the country. Now, I didn't take a super good look at the news item when it came through months ago, but I'm fairly certain that Fulham was listed as the 2nd best in the world, and we were not behind another English club. Somewhere between then and now, we must have fallen out of the top spot. But now the board is very disappointed that we have failed to develop the best youth system in the country, when I'm pretty sure that's what we had. And I had no way to monitor this, and I have no idea how to make this any better. We've got 20 and 20 for our youth recruitment and our junior coaching. I don't know what to do with this. This aggravates me. Otherwise, we're doing great. So we're back to wrap up our final 3 matches of the season. We started off just a couple of days after our loss at Wembley to Arsenal with a 3-0 win over Leicester City, and we completely dominated this one. It started with Juarez earning a penalty, Vale putting it home to put us up 1-0. Then Vale is going to start things up again, leaving it for Ross, across for Coulter, and Coulter with an absolute blast from just outside the box for his first goal of the season. And Juarez on the set piece, playing it up to Ranocchia behind the defense to give us a 3-0 victory and extend our winning streak, our unbeaten streak in the league. We kept that going against Stoke City on the road. Stoke sitting in 3rd place at the start of this match. And we actually made way for Norwich to qualify for automatic promotion after this one. Stoke got things started, moving the ball around well. We had Brian Meyer in goal. Man puts it past him to go up 1-0. Then from the penalty spot, Loney Craig Ross puts it home for his 4th of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Ranocchia figuring in the offense once again, feeding it ahead for Tom Burford to put Fulham up 2-1. We're going to make it 3-1 here as Coulter throwing it forward. Ranocchia in on his own. Baxter getting caught in no man's land. He puts it past him. Ranocchia with yet another goal. Then Verbancic is going to lose it to Pozo. Chimandu playing it forward for Ryan in the middle. Thought Feliz may have been offside, but he wasn't. He beats Meyer to bring Stoke within 1, but we're able to hold on for the 3-2 victory. That ran our unbeaten streak to 28. We tried to make it 29 the final week of the season at home against Cardiff City, but it was not meant to be. Neil Coulter sent off in the 27th minute on a penalty that, frankly, he really didn't need to take. A very dangerous tackle that was unnecessary in my opinion, and he just signed a new contract with us for 5 years as well. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, but with Denisov already 28 years old, we needed somebody to back us up at right back for the future. Neil Coulter is that guy. He just needs to work on his discipline. But our unbeaten streak halted at 28. Cardiff held on for a 1-0 victory. So a very successful year for Fulham Football Club. Yes, we were bounced out in the third round of the Carabao Cup. That was to a Premier League side in Manchester United. Yes, we beat 3 Premier League sides in the FA Cup on the way to the semi-final that we only lost to Arsenal 1-0. Arsenal sitting on top of the Premier League table at the time. We were still trying to find our feet, though. That was pretty early on, that Carabao Cup match. In the Championship, however, we were absolutely dominant, losing 3 times in 46 matches, finishing with a record 113 points, gaining not only automatic promotion to the Premier League, but also lifting the trophy as champions. Of course, with the promotion revisions being made to the club expectations, they are very pleased we've developed players using our youth system, even though they're pissed at us for not having the best in the country. Also pleased we played defensively solid football, which honestly kind of a surprise to me. Disappointed we weren't as direct as they would have liked, and still reserving judgment on the counterattack, although I think our counterattack was pretty good. We obviously worked within the wage budget. We had plenty of money left over. We did not spend our original transfer budget. We stayed within it, at least. For next year, they want us to develop the best youth system in the world. Okay, not sure how to do that, but fine. Avoid relegation from the Premier League. Also, they expect the training facilities improvement that we got approved earlier to be complete while we work toward developing the best youth system in the world and the country. Now, they want us to develop best youth system in the country by the end of next year, not the year coming up, the year after that, which is weird. So they want us to have the best one in the world and then the best one in the country. Our board just doesn't make sense. Then become an established Premier League team while we challenge in the domestic cup competition. We kind of have already done that. And then for the years thereafter, if they decide to retain our services, continue to be an established Premier League team. We are being given... I got a chuckle on this one. We are being given our chance to pick our destination for training camp. Right now, the top choice is Algarve, Portugal. One of the options, though, is London, England. We already play in London. That would be kind of boring. We're going to stick with Portugal. Before it gets away from me, because we are awaiting the results of the playoffs to be able to give you the full end-of-year rundown. Obviously, we're the champs. Norwich is joining us in the Premier League as automatic promotees. Promotees? Let me have a think about that one. Stoke, Sunderland, Reading, and West Brom will be battling it out in the playoffs. Meanwhile, earning relegation to League One will be Blackpool, Swansea, and Watford. Well, now I'm becoming concerned we're not going to get a proper year in review, because we're already starting to get the individual emails. Our overall revenue was down being in the Championship versus the Premier League. Top 5 shirt sellers: Gudjonsson, Guerrero, Morales, Alex Iwobi, which is a bit of a surprise because he didn't really play a ton this year. And Tom Burford. Burford wearing number 38 this year. I think we're going to have to get him a real number for next year. I don't know. He's a youngster, up-and-comer. I think he's earned it. Meanwhile, our ticket prices took a hit, obviously, going down into the Championship for this past season. They're going back up £48 on average, with an average price for a season ticket of £730. That's actually a really good price for the number of matches that our fans are going to get to see. Sure beats any American sports, let me tell you that. 39 million has been injected by the chairperson in order to help with the running costs. We already had like 40 some odd million in the bank. We made a profit this last year. We avoided a tax hit. A little surprised, but it is what it is. Not my monkey, not my circus. Oh yay, we have gotten our official end of season review, and it has a very beautiful trophy on it. We were hoping for 2. I think Arsenal did end up winning the FA Cup. We'll check as we go along. Got to admit, picking a signing of the season probably was not an easy task, but that went to Vladan Kovacevic, our new starting goalkeeper. We got him from Roma for £7.25 million. Money well spent. Made 49 appearances for the club with a 7.04 average rating. Andre Lucas Gudjonsson, also an excellent signing. $6.25 million from Hellas Verona in Italy. 31 starts, 44 total appearances. He potted 27 goals, added 5 assists, a 7.33 rating. Damian Price on loan from Aston Villa made 24 appearances, 4 goals, and 2 assists as a defensive player. Federico Guerrero, the wonder kid we signed while still in the Premier League that decided he wanted to stick around. We spent £15.75 million on him. He made 44 appearances for us, 18 goals, 11 assists, and a 7.25 rating. Daniil Denisov, $19.75 million from AZ, 40 appearances, 5 goals, 16 assists for the right back. Reece Williams, we stole him from Hull, the 29-year-old, for $15 million. Pretty good this season, 26 appearances. He scored 3 goals for us. Matty Pollock, we got from Watford for $14.5 million. Then we transferred out to Aberdeen. We transferred him out. I'm confused what that means. Anyway, 45 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist. We loaned in Craig Ross from Everton. We're trying to get him on a permanent deal. His Everton deal does end at the end of the season. We don't want to have to pay a transfer fee if we don't have to, but the 22-year-old defensive midfielder made 28 appearances, 24 of them starts, 3 goals and 3 assists. Antonio Blanco, 3 goals, 7 assists, $32 million, probably our largest cash outlay of the year if I'm not mistaken. We picked him up from Alaves, 40 appearances for the club on a 7.7 rating. An old favorite, Aureli Amenda, $12.5 million for Qasim Pasha. Maybe we overpaid. He played a decent role for us, made 29 appearances, scored 2 goals, added 2 assists. Roman Egan-Ridley on a free from Tottenham. Didn't use him a ton. He did pick up 1 assist in 7 appearances. Jacopo Fazzini, $13.5 million from Lecce. 32 appearances, 5 goals, and 5 assists. He ended up not playing as much as we thought he would. We brought him in to replace Jadon Sancho, but Guerrero and Tom Burford pretty much filled that role for us. Jacopo Fazzini, not sure if we're going to keep him around. If so, he is going to be, at best, our 3rd choice attacking midfielder. Daria Conde, $19 million from Estil Praia. 34 appearances, added 5 assists. Marco Morales, a little bit disappointing for the 19-year-old wonder kid from Atlas, $8.25 million. Still a good return on investment. 10 goal contributions in 42 matches. And our backup goalkeeper, Brian Meyer, we paid $1.1 million to Qasim Pasha, made 5 appearances for the club with a 6.82 rating. Unfortunately, he was the one on the pitch when our unbeaten streak was ended on the final match day of the season. Lots of outgoings. I'm sure the board aren't happy about many of them, but if you remember at the beginning of the season, there were a ton of players that no longer wanted to be around after we got relegated. So we sold Andres Garcia for $13.5 million. James Adade for $21.5 million. He's worth about $50 million now, by the way. Patrick Berg left for Leeds for $23.5 million. Ended up giving them 12 assists. Not too bad. Mark Cross would have loved to have kept him, the 22-year-old we had as our right back. Sold to Granada for $38 million. Cristobal Campos, glad to be rid of him, to be honest with you. Same with Adam Ober. We got $19 million from Sporting in Portugal. Harry Wilson, sad to see him go. He was with the club for a very long time. We got $9.5 million out of him from Villarreal. Brandon Sappi left for Zenit for $16 million. Jaden Oosterwolde, we hardly knew you. You were only here for about 6 months. $10.25 million to Real Sociedad. Reed Baker-Whiting went to Rangers for $3 million. He ended up with 4 assists in 39 total appearances. $35.5 million for Lucas Nemecha. He only made 1 start for Hamburg. Still managed to add 6 goals and 2 assists. Jake Batty over to Man City for $2.5 million. That was a release clause that was met. Only made 9 sub appearances. Probably should have stayed, dude. You would have gotten some playing time here. Jan Bednarek went on a free to Alaves. Sasha Kalajic sold to Ipswich, who, by the way, just got relegated out of the Premier League. He wanted to be on a Premier League side, so he left us, and well, he was there for a year. 41 total appearances, though. He did score 9 goals, added 4 assists. He would have been our 4th top scorer, I believe, if he had stuck around. Miguelito, a bit disappointing. We had to let go of him. We only had him around for about 6 months. The 22-year-old only made 2 starts for Boa Vista. We only got $1.2 million for him, but 50% of any future sale, so you never know. Maybe we bring him back and benefit from our own clause. The rest were youngsters. Pierluigi Golini, who was our starting goalkeeper for our tenure in the Premier League, left for $4.1 million to AA Ghent, made 37 appearances with a 6.63 rating. I think we dodged a bullet by letting him go. Only in Fulham could we get a B- from the board for winning the championship with a record number of points. 113 to end the season. 35 wins out of 46 matches. We also managed to come in, I guess, 3rd or 4th place. We made the semifinal of the FA Cup. Andre Lucas Gudjansson scored 5 goals in the competition for us over 5 matches. We beat Brentford, Millwall, Everton, and Southampton to get to Wembley, where we lost 1-0 to Arsenal. Our biggest win in the championship was a 5-1 victory over Barnsley in early December. The match to remember, a 3-0 drubbing of Premier League side Brentford in the FA Cup. And the goal of the season went to Marco Morales. This one, scored against Colchester in the FA Cup, saw Morales go basically coast to coast, carrying it into the box and putting it past Smith for the goal as Fulham went en route to a 4-2 victory. We've already taken a look at the finances. Our best 11 for the year in our Turkish Delight formation. Kovacevic in goal with a back 4 of Vale, Amenda, Pollock, and Denisov. Akande, Blanco, and Marco Morales in the midfield. On the attack, our 3 top scorers, Federico Guerrero, Tom Burford, and Andre Lucas Gudjansson. I did just notice that we play a wing play style with no wings. That kind of makes me smile. We did manage to pick up Manager of the Month twice. The Fans Player of the Season was Andre Lucas Gudjansson. Tom Burford, the Young Player of the Season. We already know that Vladan Kovacevic was the signing of the season, with Marco Morales picking up the goal of the year. Top goal scorer was Gudjansson with 27. Denisov, 16 assists, led the way for the team. Gudjansson also won the most Player of the Match awards with 9. Tom Burford with the highest average rating for the team. Gudjansson's 27 goals are a new team record. Same with the 16 assists for Danil Denisov. And Vladan Kovacevic, 20 clean sheets to lead the way. In the competition, we didn't win anything. How did we not win anything? I mean, most points ever. Getting 2 guys on the next gen list in the championship. Breaking a championship record of 103 points to finish with 113. Being undefeated in 32 consecutive matches. None of it. Arsenal did end up winning the FA Cup. They knocked off Chelsea in the final, who got there by beating Manchester City. So good job for Chelsea. At the time of the semi-final, they were sitting 7th in the Premier League, while Man City was battling it out with Arsenal for the top spot. So there it is. We are back to the Premier League. How much business are we going to do over the summer? I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to see what this side that dominated the championship could do in the Premier League. We did beat 3 Premier League sides and battled 2 other top half sides, by the way, to 1-0 losses in cup competitions. We could be in for a pretty decent season next year. Are we going to win it all? Probably not. I can't imagine we do so. We don't really have a ton of superstars on the team. Guerrero maybe accepted. Could Gudjonsson translate what he did in the championship into the Premier League? Will Tom Burford and Marco Morales continue their development? Are we done with Dario Conde? Got to admit, don't love him. Can we pick Craig Ross back up after his successful loan spell from Everton? All these questions and more we hope to answer in the next episode of Bottom to the Top. It is going to be our transfer special, and we hope to see you then. Please make sure you like this video because I know that you did. I enjoyed making it, so you must enjoy watching it. Also, thank you everyone who has subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on so you know when the next Bottom to the Top video comes out. And I hope to see you next time. Transfers incoming. I'll see you then. Until then, bye-bye.